Okay, this is a possible icy conditions and stuff that could affect portions of northern Pennsylvania on Tuesday. This is before that really the warmer air starts to move in. It's just starting to, raise our temperatures each day a little bit. This is in the morning around Tuesday, around 4 or 5 o'clock. You can see some mixed precipitation. This is freezing rain. This is sleet out in western PA, and you can see slowly it cuts across the state. Now, this is Tuesday around 11 o'clock in the morning. You can see there's been no rain, and it's basically been freezing rain and sleet mixed in together so far. And then as it stretches across the state, um, this is around 5 in the afternoon. You can see that thin line across the northern part of the state. Same thing with some sleet, so freezing rain and sleet, maybe even a little snow mixed in. And then right along the edge of it, down here, I would say towards Stroudsburg, heading down towards Allentown, there could even be some rain. And then as this moves across, this sleet gets a little bit um, and freezing rain get to be a little bit more pronounced here. This freezing rain here, you can see the snow is mostly up in New York, but the rain is heading to the east as we get into the early mornings on Wednesday. And this is a drawn out event. It turns to all rain. You don't see any of this changing anymore. This is basically all rain. Going into Thursday and Friday, Thursday, I should say, and into Friday morning. So a lot of that's going on. So how much? As you can see, there's not a lot of snow in Pennsylvania. It's all pushed up to New York, and even up in New York, it's 2 to 4 inches up here in general across that area. Okay, now this is your freezing rain, and you can see in general it's light. And then remember, it's going to rain on top of this and warm up. But I would be, say Tuesday night, you would be careful out there. Some areas can get 1/10 of an inch, which is not a lot, but it's enough to slick up the roads. And remember, you got snow melting, and temperatures go up, and then they go down. The roads get wet at night; they freeze up. So that's something you should be aware of. Now, this is your sleet. Okay, this is a decent amount of sleet in some areas. 2/10, 3/10, 4/10 up towards Bradford. It's just this is a lot of sleet here. So the roads, I would say, north of 80, especially in the higher elevations, will be rough going as Tuesday into Wednesday, and before it changes over to rain. And then when it changes over to rain, you get you have all that mixed precipitation to the north. To the south, it's a lot of rain, and this rain goes into Friday. This is your total rainfall from this whole thing, and southeastern PA and all these areas where there's only maybe 7 inches, 8 inches, it's going to get washed away. And in these areas where you get some decent amount of rain, like here's some almost 2 inch amounts through here. If this holds true, there could be some minor flooding of the highways, especially where the snow is kind of blocked draining and stuff like that. And even to the north up here, you can see there's an inch of rain or so. That's another thing to keep in mind behind the sleet, freezing rain, is that you got snow melt and then you also got rain on top of this. So it's going to make for a messy, messy week as we go through this week. Now, these are your early morning temperatures on Tuesday. You can see they're basically in the 20s across the state. As we get into the daylight hours, it stays below freezing to the north, gets above freezing to the south. That's why this freezing precipitation can sneak in up here. And then as we get into the overnight hours, you can see it's pretty cold. It's warming up to the west. That's kind of a hint of what's coming. And then as you're in the early morning hours, around 8 o'clock on Wednesday, they're above freezing in the west. The east, you're below freezing. Down by Philadelphia, you're above freezing. So it's kind of a messy kind of a situation, but it does warm up on Wednesday, and you can see temperatures across the state for the most part in the 40s. And then we move on to the overnight hours on Wednesday and Thursday. You can see it stays above freezing even though it gets into Thursday, so it's cold, rain. And then on Thursday, you can see temperatures try to climb back into the mid 50s out by Pittsburgh, mid 50s in South Jersey. Basically, across Pennsylvania, temperatures are in the 40 on Thursday. And then on Friday, those warm temperatures increase with the day, even though it's cloudy and there's some showers hanging around. temperatures were in the 60s in a lot of areas up here, even towards New York, 60s. Elsewhere, it's 50s. So kind of a crazy week, but be aware that Tuesday and Wednesday might be your days where the roads could be kind of messed up, and then these warm temperatures will take care of the roads themselves. All right, everybody take care out there, be safe, drive safe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.